What's up YouTube? I'm here to show you how to use a cast iron pan and clean it afterwards. So the first thing you want to do is turn the heat on to maybe 5 or so, just to heat it up real good. You don't want to put your stuff in right away when it's not hot yet, obviously, like with any pan. So I've gone ahead and done that already for you, so you don't have to wait very long. And now basically what you want to do is get your oil or your butter and put it in the pan. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm using quite a generous amount of butter here just because I don't want anything sticking to the bottom. Usually if you have a good seasoning on your pan, you don't need to use this much butter, but because I'm still building up the seasoning, I'm going to use a little bit more butter than usual. And as you can see in here, it's crackling quite nicely. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that butter seep into the pan a little bit. I'm gonna wait for it to get just slightly brown. You don't want it to burn, but at this moment you can go ahead and put the oil up on the ledges of the pan, just to make sure any egg that might go touch the edge of the pan won't stick, you know? So I think in about maybe 10 seconds it'll be ready for me to pop my eggs in there. I'm quite excited because I'm very hungry this morning. These eggs are going to be just right. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what this looks like. So as you can see, it's nice and bubbly. It's just about getting brown here. So I'm going to go ahead and pop my eggs in. Can't get any better than that. And because I had it on medium-high heat, my eggs aren't going to take very long to cook at all, so I'm going to pop my toast right away. And my toast kind of acts as a timer for my eggs. I'm just going to add my spices, you know, some salt maybe. Just a bit of salt, sprinkle it on there. Sorry, I don't have the best rig for this, but I don't usually do videos like this. I guess here you can see the eggs now. Oh! Oh my, the toaster's not plugged in. Oh my lord. Well, I guess my toast can't act as a guide for my eggs anymore. But see here, it's barely sticking at all. You know, that's what you like to see. You don't want any residue of egg left over in the pan once you're done. Or very little at least. You want the cleanup to be minimal. I'm just going to show you guys that one more time here. As you can see, I'm moving the eggs around. And they are not sticking. I might have gone a bit overkill on the butter. Now I want these over easy, so I'm gonna flip them right now. I'm gonna separate the eggs in two. I want to flip them one at a time. I want to keep that yolk intact. Nothing worse than a popped yolk on an over easy egg. Now for the cleanup, in an ideal world we would have paper towels, but because we're a paper towel free household, I'm just going to go ahead and use a clean rag, and that should do just about the same trick. And you can just put that in the laundry bin afterwards, after a couple uses, and you know, no one will think any different of it. So you know what? I think these eggs are just about ready. I'm gonna go ahead and pop them in a pan. In a plate, not a pan. And now, as you guys can see, I have a perfectly residualess pan here. And what I'm gonna do is just take a damp rag and wipe, whoop, dropping some butter there. I'm just gonna take a damp rag and wipe out the bottom of it. And the reason it's important to not scrub too hard is you wanna build up those layers of seasoning. So what I just did as I was cooking here is I built up a tiny layer of oil that has hardened at the bottom of the pan. And you want to continuously do this over and over and over again so that the pan may, you know, develop a nice hard oil base. If you keep washing off that base layer of oil, or you let the pan soak and it rusts, you know, you're just destroying all the work that was done previously. So I'm just gonna get a clean cloth, wipe it down, and show you what it should look like at the end. Now, in the event that your cooking process did not go as seamlessly as this one did, and there is some egg residue left on the bottom due to sticking or such things, it is possible to use the equivalent, a damp rag, and then sprinkle a bit of salt in there. And the salt will act as a very light corrosive that'll go eat away at the egg residue. Yeah, so I'm just getting done wiping up here. And now I can show you guys the bottom. And it still looks good, nice and shiny, ready for its next cooking. And what you can do if it doesn't look nice and shiny too is add a tiny little bit of oil. You know, nothing prevents you from adding a little squirt of oil and then, you know, spread it around. And there you go, now it's ready for the next person. I hope you learned something.